Saint Pio of Pietrelcina, the priest who bore the stigmata. What if I told you there was a priest who carried the very wounds of Christ on his body, visible, bleeding, and painful, for 50 years? What if he could read souls, bilocate, and offer divine wisdom with a simple glance? Sounds like a legend? No. His name is Padre Pio, Saint Pio of Pietrelcina. Born in 1887 in a humble Italian village, Francesco Forgione grew up with a deep love for prayer and sacrifice. From a young age, he saw visions of Jesus and Mary, and by age 5, he had already dedicated himself to God. At 15, he joined the Capuchin friars and took the name Pio. But what truly sets Saint Pio apart is not just his piety, it's the supernatural signs that followed him throughout his life. On September 20th, 1918, during prayer after Mass, Padre Pio received the stigmata, the 5 wounds of Christ, on his hands, feet, and side. These wounds bled continuously for the rest of his life, often causing him excruciating pain. Despite these sufferings, he continued his priestly duties, hearing confessions for up to 10 hours a day, celebrating Mass with deep devotion, and offering spiritual counsel to thousands who flocked to him from all over the world. But he never sought attention. In fact, he suffered deeply from skepticism and scrutiny, even from the Church itself. So, what can we learn from this holy man with wounds like Christ? The real miracle of Padre Pio wasn't just in the stigmata. It was in how he embraced suffering. In a world that runs from pain and chases comfort, Saint Pio leaned into the cross. He once said, "Suffering is the workroom where the soul is fashioned." He didn't see pain as punishment, but as participation in the suffering of Jesus, a doorway to deeper love. His life teaches us that true holiness is not about signs and wonders. It's about allowing Christ to live in us, especially in our weakest, most broken places. Padre Pio was not famous because of miracles. He became a saint because of his obedience, humility, and love in the midst of pain. People who visited him often said it wasn't the wounds that moved them, but the peace, the presence of God that radiated from him. He listened without judgment, spoke with clarity, and prayed with a heart totally united to Christ. And even in his death in 1968, his impact didn't stop. Millions still visit his shrine. His words continue to comfort the suffering. His legacy continues to call us to deeper faith. Maybe you're carrying a wound today, emotional, physical, or spiritual. Maybe you feel unseen or that your suffering has no meaning. Saint Pio reminds us that even unseen wounds can become sacred when united with the wounds of Christ. He once said, "Pray, hope, and don't worry. Worry is useless. God is merciful and will hear your prayer. So don't be afraid of your scars. They might be the very place where God chooses to enter." If Padre Pio's story touched you, share it with someone who needs hope today. And if you are struggling, whisper this simple prayer he loved so much. "Stay with me, Lord, for it is necessary to have you present, so that I do not forget you." Let your wounds be a gateway to grace. Let your pain lead you to deeper prayer. Let your life, like Saint Pio's, be a quiet miracle of love,